you back on Codex Reacts for another sleepless night. And now, let's get into it.
It's incredible.
And you barely see them.
We barely see them. The last one I saw was 2 years ago. And some people like go their whole lives without seeing them.
Really?
Yeah, about 2 years ago, doing a kind of routine walk through the jungle with a couple of the locals, and we'd kind of gotten to know each other pretty well by this point. One of the locals says to me, like, do you want to see the mother of the sea? And I just kind of said, yeah, like thinking maybe he's talking about like a massive whale or some kind of a shark. And so we head out on this raft into this kind of really ominous kind of river and down a stream. He hands me these kind of like makeshift earplugs and tells me, put these in, like their screams can inflict tremendous pain. Joe, we get to a point where I kind of pointed over and said like, oh shit, like look, there's some really gorgeous women kind of swimming around this river. And I said like, should they be in there? Is that safe? Like there's like massive anacondas in these waters, right? Like the guys I was with just kind of put their finger over their mouth, like signaling me to be quiet. And like, as I watch these women kind of keep swimming, I am just utterly shocked as I realized they had the lower half body of a literal like aquatic creature. They were not human. At least not fully human. He said we'd be fine as long as their sounds couldn't penetrate us.
Mermaids. For real. Cap or not? You let me know in the comments.
Side memorabilia, exclusive items, and so much more. All at the Rec Room in downtown Toronto. Open through Sunday.
You heard the camera guy? I don't know where the button is. For what? Is Montes for the robot? Come on now. Wow, that's a bunch of birds. Ain't I gonna lie to you, that's a lot of bird poop just on your car. That's a lot of bird poop. No, I won't be happy.
Oh, shit.
Nah. Like a haunted house. Yo. Literally, it's a maze. That's a maze. I'd be lost.
I'm here.
This man managed to prove and reveal the terrible truth that we are all being watched. He conducted a simple experiment on Google Maps and its traffic congestion feature. Simon Weckert achieved this by collecting a total of 99 phones from various friends and rental companies. He then put all these phones in a cart and walked along the roads of Germany, which had virtually no traffic. He noticed that despite the lack of actual traffic, his phone displayed signals of heavy traffic on the roads he was walking on. From this, Simon concluded that Google Maps calculates traffic volume based on the number of phones clustered in a certain area. His theory turned out to be correct, as all the cell phones were signaling heavy traffic on the empty road where Simon was carrying the phones. All this is a little scary, because God knows what information they can still collect about us. Do you still think that they are not hiding anything from us?
That's just scandalous. If you think they don't know your whereabouts, think twice.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud.
What is
that
she
exists
talking
above
about?
us, right? It's no longer in a physical place.
Allow the
festival in the
bubbles?
world, and we get to come here early. This is the 6th annual. 10 years from now, we're gonna say we were here first. Make some noise, guys. This is a big deal.
You know the girl
Hey, if someone can tell me what the is he wearing? Is that the dress? He fell off. They got him. They got him.
that was on the airplane, she's like, that guy's not real.
Back there is not real.
There's a recent conspiracy that she's back on social media after she went missing.
I did not see anything.
What?
Oh, and she looked different? And she looked different. She looks like a whole new person. Yeah. She started posting and she's trying to do like the Hawk to a girl.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
She's trying to become a social media personality from being the girl that saw something in the plane. One of the pictures or videos she posted, it started going viral in Reddit because they looked back on her last sightings and she was missing. They had no idea where she went and no idea if this is even her because she looks different. They took those images and they put it through a processor to see if it matches the face, and it got a score that legit means that's not the person. But this is where it gets sus. The Reddit hackers, they looked into the picture and they were able to get the IP address of where the photo and the videos were taken. Wow. They looked into the address. Where was it? Yo, it's literally meters away from the White House.
Real or not, conspiracy theory or not, did you ever wake up next to a girl and she was totally different from last night? You know, sometimes makeup makes a difference. You guys let me know. Yo. I will have a heart attack.
Women across America are sounding the alarm. They're posting videos of the shocking moment they say they found Apple AirTag tracking devices
that's real.
secretly planted on their car. Some find them hidden behind license plate or inside bumpers and
End
even
cap.
attached to the undercarriage.
It's taped to my car.
You gotta watch your back.
Convinced half of the world to not only accept sin, but to celebrate it. Do you know what has been my most enjoyable pride campaign to date?
No, what?
Well, my gay pride campaign, of course. Not only do I get the chance to promote your own self-destruction, I get to use God's logo, the rainbow, to do it. Love is love, right? My plan not only prevents you worthless humans from reproducing, it distorts the gender roles and allows me to bring all types of chaos and confusion upon your pathetic societies. It's been so successful, I've got men convinced they're women, and women convinced they're men, and some convinced they're no gender at all. And I've got 2 more Pride Initiative campaigns I'd like to introduce in the near future. And second is pedophilia pride. Now, society might not be ready for this one just yet, so we'll hold off.
You'll let us know if there's aliens, because this is the only thing I really want to know.
I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on. Sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it.
Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on?
Well, I'll have to think about that one.
Well,
when it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air. There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
Did you go through the secret files, the UFO documents? Because if I was president, are there really great secrets that you know that you can't share with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. And you never write about them.
No.
President Clinton told me that if he had seen evidence, he would tell everyone that he'd seen it. Do you feel the same way?
If even former presidents can talk about it, that says a lot.
Elon Musk had what's called the PayPal Mafia. It was like 12 other smart people. So when he made his first 100 million with PayPal, he was surrounded by 12 geniuses. 2 of them went on to become the co-founders of YouTube. 1 of them went on to be the founder of LinkedIn. 2 of them became the co-founders of the first or second largest venture capital fund in the world. He was surrounded by geniuses. So we have this myth that one person who's smart just sits in a room and comes up with all these good ideas and they just work in silence and all bullshit. So my point is, I don't find evidence for what a lot of people think. No, Ty, you don't need books, you don't need mentors. You go out and do it on your own and you'll get all the good ideas yourself. Well, you're gonna lose.
You remember what they say? If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
Do you think we went to the moon?
Yeah, I do. I believe we went to the moon, but we lied about it. And what I mean by that is, yes, we went to the moon, but when you analyze several things, the footage, you see a mix of real footage and you see a mix of artificial footage.
That's my thinking too.
Now, why is that? I had to dig into this deeper. They discovered on the moon that there were artificial structures. There's evidence of war on the moon. There's debris laying all over the place. The moon mission was a reconnaissance mission, and the race to the moon between us and Russia was who's going to get their hands on that ancient technology first and bring it back and reverse engineer it. That's what the whole moon mission was all about. And that's why they show you this barren landscape, fake video. Meanwhile, it's all about getting the technology that's laying around. China sent a rover up there and it got stuck in the debris. And it transmitted an image back before they can delete it. And that went worldwide. It was global. That was like 5 years ago.
What's your take on that, guys?
China rover stuck in the debris on the moon.
Aliens live in the water. Aliens live in the water.
Mine's somewhere out there.
And they have these things where in the water, they put nanotechnology in your water and your food, so they press a button and your stomach starts
I know a smoke
hurting.
shop that sells all the
yes,
flavors.
They do weird. They have weird technology. I'm trying to expose everything right now. They do weird technology. All the food that you're eating right now, they put little technology in there. So when they want to get you feeling sick, like if you really don't like feeling sick, they can press a button and feel nausea. If they have nanotechnology. All the aliens are in the water. They're actually getting ready to come out with everything. It's fucking insane.
Truth.
We're in the
Back
end
it up.
we're in the
Facts.
end times right now. I'm not even kidding, guys. Get right with Jesus. I'm not kidding. I promise you guys, I wouldn't lie. I'm not a weirdo.
Wow.
نگاه چه آقا بزرگه اصلا من فکر کنم داره میره سمت بچه به خدا رفت همون بچه رو بگیر بگیر خدا رو شد نتونست
Great save.
Are you giving Daddy his tools?
Ooh.
¿Qué show? Andamos aquí en el callejón del aguacate y ya son... ¿A qué hora son, gordo? 3:10. ¿3:10? A huevo. 3:10. 3:10.
Kamala Harris. What do you think her chances are to become the first black woman president?
Sure you want to ask me this?
Yes.
Okay. When they first put her on the ticket, I was hopeful. 3 months into her tenure as vice president, I had lunch with someone who worked in her office. I was less confident. And I'm not saying that to be mean. She knows what they're doing. She knows that everything that she's involved in right now is a lie. She's being a complicit, a working part in defrauding the American public and lying to them. Let's just be honest. The matter, the popular vote is to keep us busy. The electoral vote has been bought and paid for centuries now at this point. I'm going to stick to the Cardi B way. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B said the other day, Kamala Harris the way all the way to the top, and she proud of her, and go Ma. Go White House. That's what Cardi B said. I think it's clear we are not prepared. I think they should stop fronting and just declare martial law like they want to and put the tanks in the street and then say, fuck, you know, it's militia time. Let's do it.
Would you prefer Biden keep running? Or do you feel like he had
I would prefer they tell the truth that that's damn robot.
I've seen videos.
I'm understanding why Trump calls him Sleepy Joe. Because Joe Biden sleeps with the fishes. That makes perfect sense.
That's been trending lately on Twitter. X. That's been trending lately.
I'm just saying. He looked and turned and said to everybody, he's a Manchurian candidate. Like, what? Like, it's almost like he was ready to grab the. Can't you see this ain't real?
We all know presidents here, they're not elected, they're selected. And the funny, they keep spitting on dictators. But guess what? We're not that far from a dictatorship. Cash money. That's how they run the house. That's how they do in the White House. Crazy.
Reading a page of my book every day till we have enough people to jump timelines on August 8th, 2024. It was not long after these experiments that Project Looking Glass realized with enough people manifesting the same thing simultaneously, they could jump timelines on a much larger scale. Up to this point, they had primarily been concerned with manipulating the outcome of future events. Indeed, the fall of the Soviet Union was thought to be a direct result of focused manifesting by Looking Glass manifestors throughout the 80s. However, manipulating the future took time, and the results were often imprecise. The prospect of jumping timelines, however, promised results on a much shorter timescale. The only problem was that the number of manifestors required for such a maneuver was too great. The combined desires of billions of people on the planet, even in beta brain states, were too much to overcome with the relatively small staff of manifestors at Project Looking Glass. In order to lower the threshold for jumping all of humanity into a new timeline, they first needed to manufacture some catastrophic event that would plunge the population into a state of fear. You see, when people are in a state of fear and confusion, they are least effective at manifesting their own desires, leaving their reality open to influence from outside agents. If Project Looking Glass could get enough people in a state of fear, then they could jump timelines into the world they wanted without anyone noticing and without the pesky desires of the public getting in their way.
August 8th is around the corner, guys.
You see, China, they built the dopest hotels. They got one that's built 68 stories underground, and they got underground bedrooms, and you see the water and all the underwater restaurants. You know, they doing. They build bridges across mountains that everybody in the rest of the world said couldn't be done in 10 years. They did it in 3. So it can be done, but America used to be the can-do country, but now we just can't do shit. You know, we can't even decide if we a man or a woman. We can't decide shit. We can't build a thing. I mean, what the Now you can't go to the beach because we got a fucked up infrastructure. That's what it is. Sewage plants can't handle the shit. So you're just gonna dump it in the ocean. That's what the it is. And I'm still trying to figure out why every factory in this goddamn country is next to a river, and so they can conveniently dump the waste into the river that you used to be able to swim in and drink out of. That's how fresh it used to be. But now you gonna kill yourself because they trying to charge us for water, and that's why water's on sale now. Water costs more than gasoline, y'all. It was all a plan. Pollute the water, then we gonna charge it for the. If they want some clean water, they gotta buy it now. Can't drink it out the faucet at your crib now, can you? It's all a plot. You're gonna be buying air in a minute. Trust me. This is why they put polluting the air. You're gonna have to get a bottle of fresh air from the Rocky Mountains. And you like just can't handle my air. Expensive. Be ready for it. We all being reptilicans, democrats, who gives a it's heads or tails is still a goddamn quarter. 2 sides to the middle. Should be at least 17 parties. Did anybody know that Cornel West was running for president? No, because your mainstream media ain't telling you that.
People think I'm talking about aliens like the aliens they see in the movies on TV. No, my friends. That's conditioning. You've been conditioned to be afraid of the unknown. What they don't want you to know is that these scary aliens, they look just like you and I. Not all of them, but the majority of them. The majority of these quote-unquote aliens, people not of this world, like Jesus said in the Bible, look just like you and I. So much so that you can sit next to them in a movie theater or in an airplane. You can walk next to them at a shopping mall. You can meet them at the beach or a playground. And you will never know that you weren't talking to, quote unquote, what you consider to be a human being or somebody born on this planet. And that's a fact. And that what I just said is almost a direct quote, word by word, by who? A former NATO military officer with high-level clearance. His clearance was called cosmic. It was above top secret. But the thing is, these people are here. They've always been here. We've never been alone. And the illusion that's painted by Hollywood on TV of these people that are coming to blast you with laser guns and all this kind of stuff, and they look like they're monsters and they're gonna eat you and eat your baby.
Always been there in that damn propaganda. Day and night. All the time. So, hey, we gotta wake up.
So I'm like, oh shit, that's Cardi B. I walk up to her. I'm like, do you mind being in the video, or can I take a picture with you? My fans with you, you know what I'm saying? It'll be good for the vlog, whatever. She look at me, look away. But it was one of them like, you know what I'm saying? So and her assistant was just like, she not really in the mood to take pictures right now. Oh me. So I'm like, well fuck you, I'm a vlog my surroundings. She could be in the camera. She ain't gotta say to my camera.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's legal, ain't it? So I'm like, I'ma still vlog. Like, you ain't gotta say nothing to me. As soon as I pull my camera out, within the blink of an eye, Cardi B grabs my phone, tosses my across the airport. This is in front of everybody. Runs to my stomping out my phone.
Okay. She got a big ass security guard on my mama, big linebacker, big D tackle or something. On me, he big.
Cardi B's like, she picked up the phone and hands it to him, like, you know, delete all that. So he's going through the media. Or
He's
whatever.
actually going through your phone.
Yeah, he's going through the phone. He deleting. I'm like, you know, the weekend. I'm like, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said something real slick, like real sly, like, you better walk off, I'll beat your ass, like that.
Okay. So
I turn around like, huh? I say, B-Lou, hold this. Don't miss a thing. I walk up to him like, what's good? You know, we squaring up.
You can catch his hands.
So we going back and forth.
This middle of the airport on my mama. Everybody watch.
I'm in his face, you know. I'm spitting in his face, all that. We going back and forth. Like, what's good? But the police come, they start separating us, and long story short, we just walk out.
Hey, sometimes you got to stand your ground. You know what I'm saying?
The police in Georgia accused of using a hack that he saw on social media to steal from self-checkout machines.
Police say that the man tricked the machines into giving him extra cash. Fox's Doug Evans has the details.
Here's Walmart surveillance video of the suspect Noonan police are trying to identify. Investigators say he and others apparently learned a trick on social media that has cost Walmart stores nationwide millions of dollars before it got fixed, and it is fixed. But Noonan police say this guy got away with thousands of dollars from Walmart stores in Noonan, Peachtree City, and Fayetteville.
And there's a vulnerability with the point-of-sale machines that he was able to exploit and get basically double his money. He would do a transaction that was canceled about halfway through, and by the end of it, the point-of-sale machine would give him double his money back, and he would leave.
Posted information how to trick the Walmart checkout machines into giving cash back on certain types of purchases. Police say in South Metro Atlanta, this guy apparently was not the only one observed doing it.
He's driving a white BMW. We suspect it's a 7 Series. It's got a temp tag on it, like the standard Georgia temp tag, but it's almost like it's in a sheet protector where there's a film over it that we can't read it.
Hey, if you knew about the hack, what would you have done?
You're signing these papers.
I'm not signing nothing. No, I'm not. I just told you I'm not signing this.
Since she's been born.
This paper, I'm not signing. I'm not signing that. You want this is her decision to get divorced. So why should I pay for her daughter that's not mine biologically? Whether you think I adopted her or not, I took care of her.
Give
okay.
us 15 and we'll figure this out.
Okay, so you might need 15. You know what I'm saying?
You're just throwing away 7 years of being in your daughter's
You're throwing away 7
you
years.
Raised her.
This was your idea, not mine.
You raised her. We were together.
This was your idea, not mine.
You know what?
Was it not your idea to get divorced?
Look, we're not getting anywhere.
She tried to abuse the system.
Let's just take 15 minutes to cool off.
How you don't want to help me take care of Charlotte?
Yo, you being unprofessional.
How you don't want to help me take
ancient, real Stargate, 3-dimensional Stargate. It's not something that was recreated by the.
We order now take you on a trip.
Great, I'd love to take a trip.
Machine.
Yes.
Before we do that, let's explain how it works.
Okay.
Notice around the room we got 1, 2, 3, 4 speaker boxes. They are connected to vacuum tube amplifiers of my special design. I call it the quantum well design. The quantum physics I deal with is the physics of electrons and light going between the parallel realities. We have 7 parallel realities, which we're one of. This physical reality we can touch.
Oh, you mean like 7 different Earth worlds?
Whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the quantum physics I work with. Now, in that, I went into a very, very deep study of electrons between the conductive state, which is a particle, and the vacuum state, which is a wave. You look at it as the particle is a little ball. And when it gets launched into a vacuum, since there's no atoms to jump from to, it unrolls itself and becomes like a sheet traveling through the vacuum, a massless thicknessless sheet traveling. This wave aspect of the electron is very special. When you get an electron wave, it literally floats in hyperspace. Now, if you can take the space that the wave is floating in and twist it, spin it, rotate it, you can now create a vortex. That vortex will go through all parallel realities that's contingent to us here. And if you take the age-old pentode vacuum tube and you bias it correctly with the voltages on the element, you can literally take that wave that's in the tube and spin it. And it forms like a vortex, a quantum singularity, a white hole, whatever you want to call it, and connects the signal flow through all 7 realities. Now, how this works, when I was working for my PhD, I learned how to bias the vacuum tubes to maximize this effect. You know, a lot of people are saying today tubes sound better than transistors. I'm sure you've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Because the vacuum tube actually produces, for want of better words, colloquially, light energies. The light energies is electron and photonic functions going through all 7 parallel realities. That's what light energy really is. And the vacuum tubes will amplify. Now, how this system works is in some worlds, the information flows from the speaker to the listener. In other parallels, it flows from the listener back to the speaker. It goes into the amplifier, into this quantum well, and it gets all rolled together and spread through all 7 parallel realities, which your mind operates in at least 7 parallel realities. That's the nature of mankind. The soul, the spirit, is the image of us in other parallels. So now we have a function where you can use music to spin your mind into all 7 parallels, and at the same time it crosses the music with your function, produces another function which you will be perfectly resonant with and can go very deep in the meditation. And from that you can then spread out into the other realities consciously. That's what this equipment does. Now, then there's 2 more there on either side of the bed. They're 15-inch subwoofers, but they're run a little bit differently. You see, they're wrapped up in foam and cloth and pillows. That's because there's a board running between the top of the 2 of them. The cones shape the upper board, which is suspended, and that board then couples into the 4x4 that goes across the 2 and shakes the bed. You can actually feel down to 5 hertz on that bed.
So what I will be doing when I'm laying down is I will be literally opening up my space, my consciousness.
If you allow it.
And I will be spreading out into the other 6 places where I exist.
And at that point, it's your playpen.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want.
How long does it take for you to actually feel the effect? Is it instantaneous or a few minutes?
Sometimes.
Okay. What would I experience in any way? Physically, emotionally, mentally? Is there a sense of bliss or?
If you want.
You believe in parallel realities? That's the real question. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.